you actually take time out of your day to go searching for the daily news? I, for one, don't. Even though I'm not a big fan of Facebook, I find myself spending more and more time looking at my Facebook or email just trying to keep up with my schoolwork. Which leads me to how I found this article. Today we'll be talking about how Starbucks is expanding to India. And I found this article because while I was searching for a topic for the speech, I was thinking about how I needed some coffee. And lo and behold, I found an article about coffee. The article was interesting to me because it confused me a little bit. I was thinking, since Starbucks is such a multi-billion-dollar industry, why is it just now moving towards India, where coffee has actually been outsourced for over 10 years? But Marketing is Everywhere newsletter stated that in 2007, Starbucks actually tried to move into India. But its attempts failed because of the maybe barriers that the bureaucracy gave them. Well, now, in 2012, there are actually about 80 cafes of Starbucks opening. And this is due to the fact of the new laws passed by India. Starbucks is teaming up with a company called the Tata Group to provide a high-end and low-end experience for Starbucks in India. They will do this by putting Starbucks in hotels, retail shops, railroads, and even universities. In this way, they will reach the over 300 million middle-class Indians. Companies like McDonald's and Zara and KFC have already proceeded in Starbucks in moving to India, and so they have proven that American companies that reach middle-class residents here can also reach middle-class residents in India. This is useful because for Starbucks to be successful in India, it will have to move at a very rapid pace. Mainly this is because the location space in India is very limited. India is, like China, is one of the fastest growing countries in the world. Already companies like Bora Jeans and the Coffee Bean are very prominent. And because India is more of a chai country, it's going to be difficult for Starbucks to be successful as a coffee business. But Business Today said that in order for Starbucks to succeed, that they will have to have over 100 cafes open by 2015. The CEO of Pan India Foods also stated that as a tea leaf and coffee bean industry, they are also having problems. But the president of China and Asia Pacific Startup president stated that we're going to have to be disciplined about how we are growing in India. And they have even started expanding more in America to support this decision. Now, today, there are about 80 different Starbucks locations that are also starting to serve alcohol. They figured that because since the majority of coffee is served before 2 p.m. during the day, they can increase the revenue after 2 p.m. by reaching out to more of the business working class that desire to have more of a business setting for their meetings. In many of these business meetings, alcohol is present, not coffee. And so it was useful for them to include alcohol and more up-class snacks and meals in the menu. This was first tried in Seattle, and in about 4 months, they expanded out to Portland. Since they were so successful, they also moved to the cities of Atlanta, Georgia, Chicago, Illinois, and Southern California. Since this trial has been successful, they plan on expanding even more. And soon, even the smallest of cafes will be serving alcohol. So far, the negatives of this trial has been less than the positives. The only negative that they have found so far is that the workforce age will have to be increased, seeing as how the age to sell coffee is 16 and the age to sell alcohol is 21. That is a negative, because many Starbucks cafes really do only hire teenagers. meaning they're younger than 21. But when you are a multi-billionaire business, this actually doesn't affect you very much because in the long run, it will increase your revenue.